You have something special. You have greatness in you. I have a messenger of hope. His name is Dwhite. Now, you know DeVante. You know your name, Papa Skeeter. DeVante, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I want to, there are people who just have that look, that it factor. You have that about you.
I appreciate it.
What's the title of your speech and your story?
My story is the chapter is called How I Mastered My Mindset to Beat the Odds, Learning Lessons the Hard Way.
How I mastered my mindset to beat the odds and learning lessons the hard way.
Very hard way.
So when people read your story, what's the three things they can learn so that they don't have to take the hard road that you took that will enlighten them and help them to begin to make better decisions?
Pretty much where you are isn't where you have to finish. So where I started isn't the ending for me. A lot of people didn't think that I would make it out of the community I come from. I come from a small city called Kankakee in Illinois. It's a little bit south of Chicago. So of course, everything you hear about it is we gravitate to the same things. So we don't really have a out or many resources. So we get drawn into the same things that most urban communities get dragged into: violence, drugs, things like that. So I happen to be one of the fortunate ones to kind of make it out of my community and go to college and things like that. But it's where I learned my lesson in the hard way. I end up facing 40 years in prison at the age of 19. I lost my full football scholarship. I was kicked off the team, kicked out of school, things like that. Had to go to trial and fight for my life. And I end up receiving 1 year probation and 5 years probation and 1 year in county and things like that. And that was because of who I surrounded myself with.
You change your relationships.
Yeah, I changed my relationships. So I had to be more wise and conscientious of who I was surrounding myself with. I know who I was around and I know the things that they were into. So it was up to me when it was my choice to be around those things. So I had to change my mindset and understand that I could say no to going certain places. I could say no to being around certain people and doing certain things, and that would change how my life turns out. So
When you think about your life, man, Harvard University confirms what you've said. They did an 85-year study. They want to know the one percenters who are successful. What is it they had in common? And what they found that was what they called their reference group, the people that they hung around, the people that they communicated with on a regular basis. Those people, they held themselves to a higher standard. They brought the best out of each other. And this is what you did. You changed your reference group.
absolutely.
We teach that called OQP, only quality people.
Exactly.
If you want to make it today.
Exactly.
Young people need to know your story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I say,
You're here because of God's grace and mercy.
that's right.
Yes. And what are you about to say?
And you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
So me learning that, I started counting the people around me literally like, hold on, wait a minute. You do this and you always need money or you always need, I can't hang around you because I have to be around people that are doing more than I'm doing
Yeah.
because that's the only way for me to grow. So I would say the main thing that people need to do is hang up with people that are doing more than you're doing so that you can be inspired and motivated by people that are doing something great versus held down by people that are doing something that keeps you in the same position or takes you back, makes you backtrack and things like that. So I try to inspire people, especially youth around me and things like that, that look up to me and think like, you're the one that made it out. But to me, I'm not finished. So I have to keep encouraging them and encourage myself to keep going and keep moving and do what I need to so that I can inspire the next.
DeVante is proving don't be the go-to person for people you can't go to.
Exactly.
Raise the bar on the relationships that you have. There's people who are always there when they need you, but when you need them, they won't show up. They can't help you.
Absolutely.
You have something special. He's a messenger of hope. Our young people, as well as mature people, need to hear his message. And when you go to the bookstore, I want you to look for the Motivation Manifesto, because DeVante and all the authors are teaching people how to become examples that people can aspire to become and make a mark with their lives. You have something special. You got greatness in you. Thank you so much for who you are and the decision you made. Bye for now.